I mean, this is just pathetic defense by Clint Capella. Why are you not getting up and guarding Jaren Jackson? You don't feel like you can guard him. Well, you have help all over the place in the middle of the floor. Look at this defense by Clint Capella. That's not what? What does Quinn Snyder do? How is he in basketball? This guy is a joke of a basketball coach. Again, ice this screen. I'm going to keep Ja Morant to the sideline. There's a backside defender right there for Bismack Biyombo's role. Quinn Snyder wants to give Ja Morant the lane. You're just giving him the lane. By the way, Biyombo's role is wide open. What does Quinn Snyder do? How is he in basketball? This is a disaster of a switch. Clint Capella, first of all, should be up, ready to guard Ja Morant immediately. But most importantly, DeJounte Murray has got to get underneath Bismack Biyombo on the switch here. Okay, you have help right there with Bogdanovic for Clint Capella. But look at DeJounte Murray. You're switching over the top. You're not even trying to get inside position. Terrible transition defense. Trae Young clearly has got to be taking Santi Aldama right here. I mean, you got to take Santi and communicate this. Sadiq Bey is taking Zaire Williams. Bogdanovic gets out to the wing. But I mean, like, why is Trae Young just trotting to the absolute middle of nowhere? So someone's open. First of all, Bogdanovic, this is not boxing out. You got to turn your body and box out. You're boxing out facing John Conchar. That's not, in fact, boxing out. Easy offensive rebound. So now we got to get up and guard, though. All right? We're not, Sadiq Bey's right over there and help. Up and guard. Up and guard. Force him to where your help is. Up and guard. You play off. If Bogdanovic wants to double Ja Morant here, like, I got to get over and close the middle of the floor off for Ja Morant. I got to make those passes to the weak side of the floor as difficult as possible. Like, you're just letting this is not doubling. You're standing in the middle of nowhere. So Ja Morant's in the middle of the floor. He has access to any pass he wants to make as easy as he wants to make it. Again, I mean, this is just more pathetic one-on-one defense by Onyeka Okongwu. I mean, Onyeka Okongwu's got to get up and guard Jaren Jackson. You're going to literally see him not guard him at all. Now, DeJounte Murray should be down and in the gap, so I have help right in the middle of the floor. I can be up, I can force, I can stunt, I can recover. So DeJounte Murray's not doing that. Onyeka, look at how far off you're playing. I mean, now I could at least force Bogdanovic doesn't help. But, I mean, this can't be, this is... What does Quinn Snyder do? Why is he employed in basketball? Again, I have to ice this screen. I'm going to need a backside defender for Bismack Biyombo. I have multiple backside defenders right here. You run your drop coverage. So now you can't have a backside defender, right? If Sadiq Bey steps up and backside help, this skip pass is wide open because you're in drop coverage. So, like, you have no, look at that. It's going to happen every time. Every single time. More lifeless transition defense. If you're Trae Young, just get back. Instead, you're going to jog and then gamble towards the ball and take yourself out of the play. What a circus. What an absolute clown car of a basketball team. How is Quinn Snyder employed? What does he do? Okay, Sadiq Bey's back and help. Okay, if I'm Garrison Matthews, I'm up. I have help. Why am I going to backpedal and then fall and... So DeJounte Murray goes under the screen. Biyombo twists to set a second screen. This is not, the Hawks should be icing the screen. DeJounte Murray would be getting up and Clint Capella would be over right here. Okay, Trae Young would be in backside help. This is not icing because Clint Capella is not underneath. DeJounte Murray's not getting up enough. He's just leaning towards the screen. So Ja Morant just blows by him the other way. Again, it's just like, what does Quinn Snyder do? What does he do? This is a down screen. Garrison Matthews has to chase over the top of the down screen and Capella gets attached and shows. Garrison Matthews goes up the gut. Capella's nowhere. And how is Quinn Snyder employed? How? You need backside help if you're doing anything other than switching a ball screen. So I'm going to ice here because DeJounte Murray's standing and waiting in backside help. You're running your garbage, idiot drop coverage. You have no backside help. Pocket pass through, easy. How is Quinn Snyder employed? What does he do? How is this going on? Trae Young thinking it's not important to box out right here. Please box out Vince Williams. You don't box him out, so now you're just letting him hang around in the play and getting a deflection. God, I feel so bad for the Hawks players, their fans. This is disgraceful. You can't just let Desmond Bane be wide open off this handoff. Why is Okongwu not up and hedging this? Okay? I have backside help right there with Bogdanovic. Capella can handle Grizzlies players 2 passes away because we're pushing Desmond Bane to the sideline. How is your defense have Desmond Bane come off handoff, have Desmond Bane be wide open? So again, the Hawks just don't defend this down screen at all. I would just switch this down screen right here because they're going to end up switching this handoff. So it'd be a lot easier. So, okay, you don't switch here. So now Sadiq Bey's got to scramble to make sure he's underneath Bismack Biyombo. Does Sadiq Bey do that? No. How many times is Seth Lundy just going to backpedal away from Ja Morant? Bogdanovic is coming all the way over to help you. So I'm up and I'm forcing him into this help. All you do is backpedal and let Ja Morant get further away from the help. What does Quinn Snyder do? How is he employed to coach basketball? This is insane. Ja Morant setting a ball screen right here. Seth Lundy, it looks like he's planning on switching this, which makes sense. It's a very switchable screen. Sadiq Bey gets underneath. So you go into the game, every time Seth Lundy and Sadiq Bey are in a screen, we're switching. But you got Seth Lundy switching, Sadiq Bey not, and you're doubling at the rim with Jaren Jackson Jr. is not going to do anything. Seth Lundy right here cannot, first of all, be turning his back to the ball right here. All right, Seth Lundy's got to, you got to force Jaren Jackson in the middle of the floor. This is where your double team comes from. It's a strong side ISO. It's a very easy rotation right here. Seth Lundy goes to double, get the dribble picked up, rotate to the weak side of the floor. That's it. Nope. The Hawks want to wait until Jaren Jackson gets right underneath the rim. The Hawks are in a Quinn Snyder zone. I call it a Quinn Snyder zone because you know it's going to be terrible. Xavier Tillman's coming to set a screen on Trae Young. Sadiq Bey's got to come up. He's got to take Ja Morant off this screen. And then Trae Young just takes the middle of the zone right here. Okay? What's Sadiq Bey doing now? All right? He should be up. Onyeka Okongwu's got to take the corner. Trae Young should be taking the middle of the floor. But none of that's happening. The middle's wide open. What does Quinn Snyder do? What does he do? I'm not leaving Onyeka Okongwu on an island. I want to get Ja Morant out of the lane, actually. I can get aggressive and backside help right here. All right? I'm hedging this screen. You're running drop coverage. DeJounte Murray's still trying to fight over the top of the screen. So now Okongwu's on an island on his own. Good night. The shot goes up. Trae Young needs to start to sprint back now. You're staring at the shot, staring at the shot, staring at the shot. Now the Grizzlies have numbers. I don't know why this isn't a switch. It's guard to guard. Just switch the screen. But if Trae Young's coming up to guard this screen, like I got to be up and cutting off Desmond Bane's dribble here. DeJounte Murray's expecting you to be up, cutting off this dribble here. That's why he's defending like this. But Trae Young just leaves. So now Desmond Bane's just right in the lane. It's going to draw help. It doesn't matter you have this miss because no one's boxing out Bismack Biyombo. And it's just right back to Bane for three. Here this is again. If you're Trae Young, you want the help to be up at the top of the key right here. So I'm up forcing Ja Morant to that help. Instead, you're just backpedaling. So now the help can't get there until Ja Morant's in the lane. It's too late now. Again, this is a Quinn Snyder zone, which means you know it's going to be garbage. What does Quinn Snyder do? I don't understand. Bogdanovic has obviously got to be taking Desmond Bane here. Trae Young's got the ball. DeJounte Murray's responsible for the middle of the floor. Everybody else, you're in the corners right there. It's a 3-2 zone. But instead, you got two people guarding the ball, two people going to the middle of the zone as well. So now Vince Williams is going to be left open for three. And even though he's going to miss it, Clint Capella's got two people to box out. Not going to happen.